You guys seeing the stream live, baby? All right, we are streaming live. Welcome, gentlemen, live out of actually New Jersey / Staten Island. I came here for some pizza and Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Welcome to the Jersey Boys Sports Talk. I'm in Jersey. Y'all saw my picture. I'm back. Hosted by Byron Jones and Victor Rocho, brought to you by the Sportscast. Today is June 1st, 2023. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the Sportscast in on all our channels: YouTube, Twitter, Spotify, Stitcher, iTunes. If you're on iTunes, subscribe to the Jersey Boys Sports Talks podcast. We have our own podcast. We're on Stitcher. I found that a lot of people use Stitcher and they're calling on our show. Any podcasting method, you can look up Jersey Boys Sports Talk. You can hear us, listen to past shows. Smash the like button if you like our show, please, on YouTube. Hit notification button. There's a playlist. And we have several shows during the season. I believe he may have put this on here for me. We're streaming live, always on Facebook and YouTube every Thursday at 8 p.m. Go to our YouTube channel. Listen to all our shows. And today we have Byron. Byron, how are we doing today? It's pretty nice over here where I'm at. So how's it where are you? It's not hot.
You came all the way from Florida to get pizza.
Yeah, I'm already full. I couldn't even eat dinner. So of course, what do you think the first thing I do? Tomorrow I'm getting bagels, buttered rolls. Then we're going to New York. I want to get me my pretzel, my hot dog. With mustard and cooked onion.
Where'd you get the
sauerkraut and mustard? Huh? What's that? My niece picked it up for me from, she knows the Italian places there. So I'm in Staten Island.
Man. You mean you couldn't score Tino's?
No, because I'm in Staten Island.
It's across the bridge. It's across the bridge.
Dude, Staten Island is like full of Italians. Come on. It's going to be good pizza over in Staten Island. All right. So anyways, hey, also welcome to our show, Joey Bag of Donuts. He is the host of the Top 25, right? The Top 25, Joe?
No, the Donut Bag.
The Donut Bag. What was the other? I thought you had another show called No, that was the other. That was Alex. I'm confused. Okay, the Donut Bag, Joey. So we're gonna talk. I apologize. I got up at 4:00 this morning, Byron, to get on a plane. I'm tired. You don't want to know that story. So Joey, your show is when? And I'm gonna let you repeat it again. Welcome to the show. Joey's a big Pittsburgh fan. Joey Bag of Donuts. And Joey, tell us a little bit about your show and when it's on.
The Donut Bag, it is a podcast that airs a couple times a week. Is it how can they tune into it? Everywhere you find podcasts. Talk Pittsburgh sports. I do right now I'm watching every episode of The Office and ranking them.
Oh, really? Like the show The Office?
Yep.
Wow.
Well, I got some good shows that I'm watching now. I just watched the series The Beef, but
that's good.
That's an interesting one. And then now I'm watching Florida Man.
I never heard of that.
Well, after I watched The Beef, it was recommended, so it goes
okay.
on from there. Oh, but I do want to do a shout out because I was talking to Santiago regarding The Last Dance. Byron, you may want to watch this too. It's called the Australian Story. It's about Luke Longley.
Okay.
Okay, and then because part of it also, like, he kind of felt, he's the first Australian to made it in the NBA, to be a millionaire out of the NBA, and it talks about his time with the Chicago Bulls and how all the family get-togethers were at his house, and the only one who wasn't there was Jordan, but Jordan just wasn't part of that. You know what I mean? But like Steve Kerr was talking about the girls were all together, and it was like one of the greatest times of his life, right? They're young guys winning championships, making lots of money, kids are together. Jordan's style wasn't for him. It wasn't the winning piece, but he was happy that it was good and done. He looks back on it, but also how when he talked about the Last Dance show and they were filming the whole season, but Luke Longley was barely in it. So everybody from Australia was like, "Hey, what happened?" He's like, "Hey, whatever. He's pretty mellow dude. Super great show. You got to watch it. Bottom line, it's called The Australian Story. It's about Luke Longley, but Michael really does him justice at the end. Michael's part of it and this and that. And Mark said, "I will always take Luke Longley. Will always be. Michael did him justice now. Obviously Michael doesn't have he probably had to say, but producers have to make produce. But it's a good story if you get a chance. Called The Australian Story with Luke Longley in it. It's a great story about a great guy from a different country. Australians, they're just good old boys. And I thought it'd be good. So today we got some stuff.
One guy they're not going to make a show about is from Australia. Ben Simmons.
Who?
Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons?
Yes.
From Philadelphia? Or the track guy?
No one picked from the Sixers.
For the Sixers, right? Then went to Brooklyn. Your audio's bad. Is it me, Joey, or is it him?
Oh, yeah, your audio's bad. I can't hear you.
No, Ben Simmons, the basketball player.
Did you feed the ducks for your internet?
Who?
You.
I'm fine. You're the one all over the place.
No, I'm saying that your internet sound is bad. Your internet.
No, I can.
Why don't you come back? Why don't you go off and come back in? Because Joey can't hear you either.
Yeah, you're real choppy.
I'll do.
See, he thinks it's me.
What like?
I'm just saying, he's got something was wrong. All right, he's gonna be coming back now. So we got a lot to talk about. And then I want to show this little thing that I kind of disagree with that Santiago put up regarding ranking of fans, the most loyal, the most psychotic, and stuff like that.
Ooh.
I don't know if you saw that. Pittsburgh's is in there.
Boy.
All the teams are in there. So today we're going to talk about. Brian put together some really good stuff on the depth chart. Then I got some fact or fiction about the with the Giants. Talk a little bit about the NFC East. And let's go into Pittsburgh. Tell me what's happening over there. You see, Tomlin is still ranked as one of the top coaches. Tomlin's always my favorite coach. You've known that for the last 4 years. I've been doing podcasts, right? I've always talked nothing but good things about Mike Tomlin and Pittsburgh itself, just in general. And then we got some fact and fiction. Then we'll go around the league. I want to talk a little bit about Andre Hopkins, see what your thoughts are there. And then there is NBA fan bases by category. All right. So I'm waiting for Byron. So tell me what's happening with Pittsburgh. What do you got?
There is a lot of excitement with the Steelers. People think that they made a lot of additions in the offseason, and people really like their draft. So they're very excited about the Steelers. We'll see. It really all depends on the quarterback, Kenny Pickett. All depends on how he progresses and matures. If he does well, then the team's going to do well. If he does bad, it's not going to go good. So it's really that simple. But people are very excited.
Yeah, the thing with Pittsburgh, right, is here we go. I just want to see something. Is that your division is pretty tough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they're all getting tough, though. I mean, if you start thinking about it, right? It could be anybody's thing, but I'm trying to pull it up now. Here, Pittsburgh. So you got a tough division, right? Now you got. Here we go. I'm sorry. That's what it was. See, Byron's coming back in. Now he's coming back in as Byron Jones. So the great one.
Oh, that's why.
That's no longer
the great one didn't have a great connection.
Byron, you there, baby? I don't see you. Okay. All right. Talk to me.
There we go. Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah, there you are.
Yeah.
See what happens when you falsify the great one? You cannot take.
That was
you cannot
something you
do
did.
that. You cannot do that, right? Byron comes as Byron. Now we can hear you. All right, beautiful. But when you come in as the great one, I'm like, this is great. Come
well, anyway,
on now. That's like you calling Jersey an island.
It is.
Yeah. Okay. You know, an island surrounded by water, right?
Yeah. Last time I checked, yeah.
Okay. Good. And Jersey's surrounded by water.
Yes, it is.
Fully surrounded by water.
Yes, it is.
Really? I gotta look this up.
It isn't. Listen to him. Byron's one of those guys you can't listen to him. He's like Bugs Bunny. Hey, I was gonna tell. Well, I want to finish up with Joey. I was asking while you were out. You know, there's a lot of talk about Pittsburgh, all on Kenny Pickett. They're very excited over there. The only concern I have with Pittsburgh is the conference, right? You got the Bengals, right? Baltimore seems to be
reloaded.
Look, let me tell you something. Do you know? Remember, we had a great segment on the quarterbacks that we should watch. Remember, we were debating that, and I think Santiago cut that piece and posted it, and we got a lot of reviews on it, right? And I was picking why I think these quarterbacks are under the gun, right? Aaron Rodgers being one of them, and Lamar Jackson, right? Deshaun Watson, right? They're under the gun for particular reasons of either cap, money they paid, all the fanfare. That's the only reason. I'm not saying the other guys aren't, right? But Lamar now, I mean, they're loading him up, right? There's no, even now he's saying he's not going to run as much. I mean, he's talking a lot, so he's got the skills. So we'll get to that in a second, right? But let's get back to that. You got Baltimore that's loaded up. You got Burrows and Bengals. They're not going away. Those boys are not going away.
They're very good.
I think they're going to be good for a while. Pittsburgh is always, hasn't had a losing season yet. They got a shot. It's a tough division. I don't count the Browns because I just don't count the Browns. But if outside of Deshaun Watson's personal, stuff, Deshaun Watson. I mean, think about that league itself. You got two quarterbacks that we mentioned that are going to be under the spotlight. Is that a fair statement, Byron?
Yep.
Right, Deshaun Watson, because it's either going to make or break the owners, right? Because either he's going to do phenomenal, and now every owner is stuck with guaranteeing money up top, right? Because it proved to work, or it's going to help and saying, "Look, all the money we paid and it didn't pan out." That's that, right? Lamar is Lamar. I'm not saying I think he's deserving of whatever he got. He's a great player, but now he's got no excuses, right? So that's the only thing. It's the challenge is competing in that division against those other two teams out of the four, right?
Well, let's throw this out there. Who's the best coach in that division?
Tomlin.
Harbaugh's
is really good too.
Harbaugh is good too, though, man.
Harbaugh is good too. You got to respect him. Yeah.
The bet out of the two, I just like Tomlin, but I also like Harbaugh. But if I had to pick, I'd pick Tomlin, right? But Harbaugh's a good coach.
Yes.
I mean, there's no confusion. He's won one Super Bowl too. No, he's won two, right? I think he's won two Super Bowls.
No, I think Harbaugh only won one.
One.
Who won the other one at Baltimore? Brian Billick. That's it, Brian Billick. You're right. Okay, so he's won one, and Tomlin's won one. The reason why I would go with Tomlin, it's hard, man. If you think about it, right? Tomlin went to the playoffs with a fourth-string quarterback, and Harbaugh won a Super Bowl with a quarterback that really was no. Who was it? Which quarterback did he win? Trent Dilfer, or did he win it with Flacco?
Flacco.
He won it with Flacco. You know what I mean? And he had great defenses, and he built his defense around defense. His company is built his team around defense. So that would be a hard one, but
Pittsburgh has too for decades. Look at they've had three coaches in 50 years. Noel, Cowher, and Tomlin. They've only had three coaches. They've had excellence for 50 years or however long it's been.
And their defenses have been good.
Always. All three of those coaches.
What's his name? Palomala? Didn't they have
Donnie Shell? You can go back further. They've always had great defenses.
Wasn't Porter senior?
Joey Porter, yeah.
Don't forget Don't forget Mel Blount.
Mel Blount, no, but I'm talking about when Tomlin won, and then I hate going back so far because I'd rather keep it up today, right? But their defense, Palomalo. I mean, who was it? Who was there? Wasn't one of the Watts there? No,
not at the time. Not
who was one of
then.
the good defensive ends?
Harrison.
Yeah, James Harrison.
I mean, they were stacked defensively, but they were also pretty good offensively, though.
Because they had Ben Roethlisberger for 1,000 years.
We had Ben Roethlisberger as a great quarterback, which Harbaugh didn't have. You had, what was the MVP? What's his name? He was a Korean.
Hines Ward.
Hines Ward, phenomenal, right? So they had balance, right? Harbaugh, I don't want to say necessarily had great. They had some good, other than the gentleman who got in trouble for things. So anyhow, we'll go back to Pittsburgh in a little bit, but I just was saying to you that, it's just a tough division for you, right? And you rebuilding and, hopefully Pickett, you need the quarterback. I think if Pickett could turn into, get close to like a Burrow, I don't want to say Lamar Jackson. Well, Jared Jackson's a little bit different, but, and Burrow is a winner. But you need a quarterback now because you're competing against two other quarterbacks. That's my always defense.
And an offensive line too.
They need an offensive line.
Yeah, and they try to improve it. They brought in some. I think there's going to be 3 new starters. Yeah, at least 3 new starters from last year on the offensive line. So, and their first round draft pick was a left tackle. And then they got a guard from free agency. So, and they got signed a whole bunch of people as for depth. So the offensive line should improve.
All right. So let's get in. We're going to start off with, because we haven't had the chance. Why did I do that? Okay. Byron's depth chart, because we kind of, a lot of things have been going on in the last couple of weeks. So at least we got through the draft. So Byron, what I did was, this is your depth charts that we had when we first started. And I added to the sheet because, since you're so helpful in helping me on this. So here's your original, the 17th and the 30th. So you can see we kind of went like 2 months really of not, because of the things going on. And now this is the one you recently gave to me. So I just want you to know, if you want me to go back to any of them, you let me know. Okay. Is that cool?
But we'll just stay on the new one. That's the most recent.
No, I'm just saying, hey, look, here's the difference that I made. You could just know that I have the data for you to want to go back. So what's changed here is centers. Like these 2 centers weren't here before. So let's start from Joey, the way we've always started our depth charts since we've been doing this for at least 2 years, right, Byron?
Yep.
Since not longer, since we were back, since we didn't have decent seasons like last year, just like anything else. One of Byron's claims to fame, and I agree with him, is build from the inside out, right? So start from the center, then go out. Okay. So one of the things I see in the depth chart that's totally different is the center position. These 2 people were not there in the other ones. Like on the 30th, look, we had, oh no, maybe I'm wrong. No, yeah, none of them were there, right? This guy was really a left guard, I believe. If that's not correct.
He is now.
Well, that's his real position.
Okay.
We were taking a left guard and putting him at center, and then we have him. So Byron, where are these guys coming from? What do you give them? Yellow, greens?
The one in the middle is the 2nd round pick from Minnesota, the center, the John Michael Schmitz. Is a rookie. He's going to be a rookie. He's going to be a starter from the door. Daniel's getting used to him. And that's kind of, he called it like a dead snap when he snaps the ball. Daniel Jones doesn't have a problem with the way he snaps it, so he likes it. They say he's a real smart kid, picking up stuff, even though they're not hitting anybody. In OTAs right now, but he'll get a chance to in next month. When Dexter Lawrence and all those big jokers are there, and we'll see how he does. And the guy Hassenauer, he's from Alabama kid, and they signed him. I think it was with Pittsburgh, right?
He was from Pittsburgh. Yep.
Yeah, Pittsburgh. So he's the backup, but this kid is going to be the starter going into camp.
Who is?
John Michael.
Why do you have asterisks with John Michael?
Let's say he's a rookie.
Oh, okay. All right. A rookie. But hey, at least we got a couple centers, right? That was a concern for us. Number one. Number two, historically, obviously, if you perform as well, right, we know that statistically, linemen are good picks for teams. They stay with the team. They stay long, right? We need to start getting that formation. Daniel Jones is still young enough. So I want to talk about that. All right, so that looks good. So for our listeners, we got John Michael Schmitz as our starting center. Which way you want to go? Right, left, Byron?
Go to the left.
All right, so let's go left. This guy. I'm going to give him a green. Ben Brederson. This is the guy you said that's his normal position anyway. Right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so that's his normal position. So that's a good thing there, right? And then Andrew Thomas. He's a green.
He's definitely a green.
There ain't no confusion there. And he got paid, no?
Yes, he did. Well, not yet. No, he's okay. Up. He's on deck.
All right, he's on deck. All right, so I'm pretty happy. So from the left side and the left tackle, we should be good, right? And center wise, I think center wise we should be able to handle it, right? Especially if we need that fullback. Plus we got extra tight ends. Right guard.
Golwinski is going to be the starter. Mark, the one they signed from the Indianapolis Colts a couple of years ago. He was kind of but he's better than what?
But look what you have him here. You have him from the 17th to the 30th and to June. You have him there.
Yes, until somebody beats him out.
All right, so let's give him there. Evan Neal, he's good.
No, remember he had a bad first year. He was pretty bad at right tackle. He got beat a lot. He worked with
he's only second year, third year, right?
No, first year guy. His first year.
So this is he was a rookie last year.
Yeah, and then but he was bad. He hurt his knee, during the course of the year. He got beat constantly by speed rushers. So I think it was either Willie Anderson or Willie Rofe that he worked with in the offseason to help him with his stance, to be able to get out of his stance, a little bit better. But he's the starter, so you might as well just leave him the green. He's not going anywhere.
No, I'm gonna put him as yellow because he may be a weak link. But what I like is you have a rookie there. Like, rookies are always hungry. Linemen rookies are good. I like rookie linemen just because they're hungry, right? And they know that the pressure's not on them to start. They seem to rise to the occasion. Tight ends. We're stacked at tight end.
It's going to be Darren Waller and Bellinger.
Both of them I like.
Darren Waller's good.
Yeah, they said
that was a big pickup.
They said he's been a beast in OTAs. Daniel Jones didn't realize. He said he didn't realize how big he was. That he's all of 6'6", 250 pounds and can run.
He's a beast.
Oh yeah.
Really? You know how I feel about tight ends, right?
But his problem is he was hurt the last couple of years. So but prior to that, he was like top 3 tight end in the NFL.
Where'd he come from?
Raiders.
Okay. All right. Well, that's looking good there. All right. Whoa, what happened? We cut down on receivers, or you just got tired of putting their names?
Both sides.
You got tired of putting, or you
keep
got tired of
keep going.
You got tired of putting their names.
Keep going.
On.
There you go.
There they are. Let me show you, Joey. Look at the receivers that we had in this set.
And they added more.
No, I think this is a small one.
Well,
didn't we have it up to like 16 or something?
Yeah, it was a lot of receivers.
It was a lot of receivers, man. So he split them up, but it was like 16, 17 receivers, man. And the sad part is we still don't even know. We just need 3 decent ones.
Well, they have more than 3 decent ones. I'm gonna get paid a decent one.
Right,
Isaiah Hodgins.
Decent.
Yes. Colin Johnson, he tore his Achilles last year. He's a big receiver. Seals has been hanging around. Jalen Hyatt is the 3rd round pick from Tennessee. He's gonna stick and probably contribute a lot.
Okay.
Go to the other side.
So put all these here.
You got David Sills green. No green.
Is it Sills or Stills?
Stills.
With the T, right?
SILLS.
Oh, Sills.
Yep. You don't get no green.
Right.
On the side. Now, mind you, you're only going to keep 7 receivers, so it's going to be a battle. So you got
Slayton.
Slayton is the guy.
These guys are green.
Shepard, he's going to start the season on IR because he, his Achilles or knee, one or the other. And don't sleep on this one kid, Bryce Ford Wheaton from West Virginia.
Really?
6'4", big receiver, fast. And they gave him a lot of money, to make. They gave him like practice squad money to make it. So he got like guaranteed $237,000 or whatever it was. But
and now we got slots. Who's a good slot?
Paris Campbell.
I thought Wandell was supposed to be good too.
Paris Campbell.
Really?
From the Colts. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he'll be it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's going to be it. Wandell Robinson probably.
Wandell, I like.
He's coming off knee surgery.
But he's the guy last year we thought was going to be really good, right?
Yeah, and Jamison Crowder probably, he might make the team, but the receiver and punt return.
We got 3, 6, 9. How many did you say we keep?
Usually about 7. So it's gonna be a little tight.
It's gonna be a battle. Look at all these other guys. Okay. Quarterback.
Oh, that's easy. We know that one.
We already know that. Okay. Yeah. So let's talk about we got a fullback. So I'm assuming we're gonna get one fullback.
He's both. He's a tight end and fullback, but they list him as fullback too.
Yeah, but I like keeping a full. We're gonna keep him. I'm pretty positive. David's gonna keep. Well, I like having a fullback just for that. Okay. Saquon Barkley still hasn't signed. Did you see that the Colt? Did you see Dalvin Cook? They're not re-signing him in Minnesota. I'm telling you, the running back situation is getting bad.
That's because you don't want to be paying a guy $55 million, whatever.
I'm just saying, Joey, are you experiencing the same thing? Just think about all the running backs that are open right now. I think Saquon's fight is going to get worse.
Ezekiel Elliott is still out there.
There's Dalvin Cook is Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, they don't.
You got Saquon's not signed. You got there's more. Byron, who are the other running backs? You named a bunch of them before.
Well, Zeke is probably the highest profile one that's still not signed with anybody. They showed him out there training with garbage cans, running around them the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
See if you could see. I don't know if anyone can find it signed, but it just seems like you said, Byron, they're just the league shifts a lot. You know that, right?
You don't have to pay all the backs all that money like that no more. You don't have to.
Nope.
Because the only reason you're going to pay it back, I think the only way the running backs are going to get paid again, big money, is the backs that start becoming the running back / the ability to catch the receiver running backs. You know what I mean? Just pure running backs itself, they're feeling like I could dime a dozen. I could put them in. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's true. Look at for example, Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles went out and got 3 running backs, for the price of keeping Miles Sanders, and they're pretty much paying the 3 the money that they're paying the one guy. And they let Miles Sanders walk. I don't even think he signed with anybody. He's another high pro. Did he? I don't know if he did sign with somebody.
No, I think he
signed with the Panthers. He signed with the Panthers.
But if you get a chance, so somebody can look up what the how many unsigned running backs are out there. I bet you there's at least 10.
Kareem Hunt was out there.
That he's good. Was he with who was he with? Cleveland?
Yep. Ezekiel Elliott is the next.
Yeah. And what's funny is, Byron, let me ask you a question though.
Leonard Fournette.
Fournette, yeah.
Oh my God, that's right. But he's getting older.
Kenyon Drake.
I told you there's quite a bit. And Delvin Cook's a big one too. Delvin Cook scared me. Delvin Cook is a good running back.
Oh, Mark Ingram's out there too. Wow.
Melvin Gordon.
Wow. I'm telling you that.
Amir Abdullah.
So guys, let me ask you a question. There's always been a thought that running backs do better as they continue carrying the ball, right? Okay. But it's almost like now, Byron, as linemen, you were a defensive lineman, right? You guys gave 120% or more every down. That's why they wanted to rotate you to give you a breather, right?
Well, we didn't rotate back then, but go ahead.
No, true. But today they rotate linemen a lot more than they used to. Do you agree?
Yes.
Like they're making sure you're fresh all the time. I need you fresh, and then particular line, so forth. That's why quarterbacks want to call quick so you can't shift the line, right?
Right.
So with running backs, it's almost like it may get to the point where it's you're not going to know that you can give them enough carries to run because they're either passing, they're doing so much more. So it seems like they want to use more quarterbacks. The fresher the legs, the better. I mean, because remember when we were doing well, we had 3 phenomenal running backs.
And they're all different type of, but like now, all different. You got a power back, speed back, and you got a back that can come out the backfield and catch.
Yeah, they were called Thunder and Lightning.
Yeah.
Right. So just interesting how it's changing. And I just want Saquon signed. I just hate having an offense that's not,
it's
finally getting there.
It's up to him to sign. Either you sign or don't sign, but he wants more, I guess more upfront, guaranteed money. That's what but they're a little flush with money right now.
Because they're trying to build the team the way they want to build it long term.
Yeah.
Right. And number one. Number two, I think they're making pretty good moves. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, they're making good moves, but then you figure now they're looking into the future. You still got to play Andrew Thomas, a couple years. You got to play Xavier McKinney in a couple years. Ojulari, you got to pay him a couple years. There's a lot of you got to these guys, the GM, they got to think into the future. Well, they can't worry about this is one guy. We got to get him his money right now. You got to think 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the road, the way things are.
No doubt about that. In addition, time is hurting Barkley because it's showing how none of these other running backs are being signed. You understand? Like it's like now because I think football's a copycat league, right? So once you're starting to see all these other running backs available and you're not signing them, he's not becoming that much of a priority. Joey, what do you think?
Yeah, he really. We just talked about how running backs. There's so many out there. They're not treated very well in the markets. And I don't know if the Giants offered him anything, but I know that they could just do the franchise tag. He just needs to sign it. Buddy, be happy with what you're getting. If you're getting a lot of money, just take it. I mean. Yeah, look at Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook is one of the best in the league, and they're going to throw him away. Ezekiel Elliott is one of the best in the league, and they just threw him away. Like running backs are just a really bad position, and you could just in today's league, and you don't even have. You could get a good one in the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth round, and still end up with a good running back. So, and that's what really hurts them is. You don't even have to spend a first round draft pick on a running back. You could just get one in the late round that is good enough. And that's what hurts them. That's why, easily the Giants could have done that. They could have just drafted somebody early and then say, see you, Saquon.
Well, they offered him. So, the history, they offered him $12 million. He turned it down. And then they lowered it to 10.
Well, they put it. With the franchise tag. That's what it is. 10.1 million for running backs.
Okay.
Right.
So he has till July 17th to sign. He either signs or he sits out.
Right.
That's your choice.
And that means he don't get paid.
No.
Right.
But you have to blame the agents for that. That's the agent's job to know the market. Mm-hmm. The agents should know the market. They should know. Well, hey, if they're going to offer me $13 million, during the season, maybe I should go ahead and, maybe we don't know what it's going to be, how many running backs are going to be out there next year, what the running backs coming out of college, and you got to take all that into consideration. And I don't know, I don't know anything about that. I just know that me personally, I would blame the agent for not knowing the market with running backs.
Yeah. Also, you should blame the agent because Barkley Saquon hasn't really in his career hasn't played every year. He's been out a lot.
He's injury prone. Yeah,
50% of his career, I think he's been out.
Yeah,
right. But when he's in, he's awesome. But you should start looking at the market of it's a quarterback league. Philadelphia won. Kansas City won purely on passing to running backs. And you know what I mean? It's not, we're not going to slam it down your throat. kind of football anymore.
Kansas City won with a seventh round pick.
Exactly.
A kid from Rutgers, right from Jersey, across the bridge.
Exactly.
Seventh round.
Seventh.
Exactly. So they're starting to see that kind of stuff. So all right, let's keep going real quick. All right, so we got defense. Let's start here. Nose tackle. Okay, Dexter Lawrence, number one, baby. No confusion. Oh, we got a good defense, Byron. Leonard Williams.
You forgot Dexter.
Yeah, we should not have defensively. We gotta,
Wow. You have a good line, but do you have a good secondary?
Yeah. But supposedly I got some fact or fiction that they're saying is coming up. All right, so let's go. Where's my boy? Where's Thibodeau?
On the other side. Rush. Okay. There you go.
Thibodeau. So
and they've re-signed Zimenez O'Shane. He's been there a couple of years, and they've re-signed him.
I like him.
Ellison Smith is going to be, because he gets hurt every year. He's been hurt the last 3 years, so he might not make the team this year.
Okay. Middle linebackers. Who do you like here, Byron?
Bobby. I forgot how to pronounce his name. That guy, the one they signed from the Colts. He's really good.
Here. Isn't McFadden pretty good too?
Nah, he's not going to be the starter this year. Jared Davis, and then Darian Beavers was the other kid from Cincinnati that tore up his knee last year, who was pretty good. He might have been a starter last year. If he didn't hurt. Bless you.
Excuse me. Okay. So let me tell you who they've been talking about in training camp. Let me see if I got it here. Hold on.
Deontay Banks.
I think that's the guy they were talking about.
The number one pick.
Your number one pick? Yeah, he's good. That was a good pick.
I'm showing you my cards here. This is where we're going to go over this, Byron. You saw this picture, right?
What picture?
Deontay Banks.
They were from Maryland. Yep.
They're saying that he's supposed to be pretty good.
Yep.
So where do you have him here, Byron?
The other corner, the other side. Keep going.
I'm trying to.
There you go.
Get us so far. Oh my God. I gotta show you how to do this. All right. So they say he's supposed to be pretty good. Okay, so that's one. Who else?
Flott underneath him. They probably make it. The other kid,
forget about making it. Who's good?
He's pretty good. Let's go to the other side. The other ones are kind of shaky. Dory Jackson.
What about Rodarius? I thought he was supposed to be pretty good.
He hurt his knee. He's been hurt every year, pulled hamstring.
But without that, he was supposed to be good, right?
Supposed to be.
Okay.
He's gonna have a hard time making it with all the corners that they draft. They got a bunch of them corners and safeties.
Yeah, why do you even put these guys here? Like, I don't even
you got to know that too, man. Come on, man.
Okay, I don't care about
people care.
I don't even count them. I'm gonna make them. Okay, I'm gonna make them.
Come on, Gano, man. Come on, Gano's like automatic.
I'm gonna make them like pink and stuff. All right.
You feel better?
Yeah, they're like in the sauna. They're not getting hit. I mean, he's doing
whatever, man.
All right, free safety. You know how I feel about that. Free safeties.
Pinnock would probably be the safer, or Bobby McClain. They got him from Washington.
Yeah, my secondary makes me nervous.
And they're not bad. McKinney. You got McKinney.
McKinney, I like.
Belton played well last year as a rookie.
Well, we just got to do what we normally do. Just control the ball, right? All right. So I want to move on to some other stuff. We'll move on. Just take it long. All right. Good. This looks good, Byron. I'm going to save this. So now we got history.
So that way I can't deny that I ever said it.
Huh?
That way I can't.
Yeah. Like a busted you several times.
Like I usually
smack about. You talk about the Knicks. You talking about the Heat.
Everybody.
Everything. You're lying. Deny. Deflect.
Allegedly.
Right. Allegedly. Yeah. Now that I got you on record. Okay, so we did the depth chart. Okay, so look, fact or fiction. Ready, Joey? And fact or fiction. What's the most Giants anticipated game of the season?
I'm sure he doesn't care.
Who are they playing?
Well, okay, I'm gonna tell you what they said. I'm gonna make it easy. Fact or fiction? Giants versus Jets is the most anticipated game of the season.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna see
which fact or fiction. Byron?
Fact.
I'd say anytime they play Philly, but yeah,
hold on. We'll tell you that. 1 sec. Hold on. Give me fact or fiction. Byron, fact. Why?
Why? Because we're gonna see which number 8 is the better quarterback in New York City. Who rules New York? Daniel?
Okay.
Aaron.
All right. Joey?
Yeah. When you have Aaron Rodgers coming in, and that Jets team was pretty good with zero quarterback, there's just a ton of hype. So, and there's a lot of buzz about the Giants too. So yeah, that is gonna be a fun matchup.
Yeah, and I would say fact as well. One, because it's going to be who's king of New York, right? And they're going to play in their own stadium. It's like a home game for both teams, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Right. And I just think that it's going to be a buildup now. So Aaron is ready to play, and he's not hurt. But at the end of the day, I would agree with that. Fact or fiction? All right, I'm going to give you another one. Okay, this is going to answer something. The toughest road game, fact or fiction, is going to be Philadelphia on Christmas Day. Joey?
I agree. I mean, Philadelphia is still going to be really good. And if the Giants are good, they're going to be fighting Philly for the division. And that's pretty late in the year. Yeah, that's going to be a big game.
Byron?
Let's see, Christmas Day, everybody got all liquored up all day. Yeah, it's going to be interesting in Philadelphia.
Well, the question is the toughest road game.
Oh, without a doubt, that's going to be a tough road game, without a doubt.
I think anytime you go into Philly, it's a tough game, right? It's going to be a tough game. But the fact we're talking about the Giants, fact or fiction, I agree. On Christmas Day, it's going to be the toughest road game because on Christmas Day, it's not the only game, but it's at that time.
What time are they playing them?
On Christmas Day?
What time?
I don't know, but it's usually about 4 or 6, somewhere around there.
My
point being is there's no other game playing, right? You know what I mean? It's just probably 2 games on Christmas.
It's a 4:30 p.m. game.
Everybody's gonna be watching that game, so it's gonna be tough. The fans are gonna be jacked up. It's Christmas. It's in Philly. You know how many Philadelphia Santa Claus are gonna be there, right? you know how many T-shirtless guys are gonna be there, right?
A lot.
You know how many liquored up fans are gonna be there?
Thousands.
You know how many people are going to be in the jail cells there?
I was going to say, yeah.
Okay. Hundreds. I mean, it's going to be, and then
jail will be full.
And then not only that, like Joey said, it's late in the season. So depending if the records are getting close, and you know how for some reason they're building the schedule where we're playing like our division rivals within a couple weeks of each.
Yeah, Philly. Philly's within
it's ridiculous.
2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, they did that last year.
Yeah, they did the same thing last year. Played Washington like 1 week, and then 2 weeks later we played them again.
Hey, they got that. There's at San Francisco on September 21st and at Buffalo October 15th. That is it's either a Sunday night or a Monday night game. Ooh. Those are going to be tough also.
Mm-hmm. No, their schedule isn't easy. There's no doubt about that. Right. But that game is going to be a tough late in the season, depending on the record, it's going to be tough. Philly's going to be good. Philly's stocked up. Giants played well last year, but Philly's always, it's like Philly's had our number and we have Dallas's number. It's like weird. We could beat Philly. I mean, Philly could beat us. We could beat Dallas and Dallas beats Philly. It's just, I don't get it. Right.
And everybody beats Washington.
And then Washington is Washington, right? So
it might not be a pushover this year.
Sorry, Aaron. Yeah, it's true. That whole NFC is tough. All right. Fact or fiction, right? Cornerback Deonte Banks is the defensive player you'll want to watch the most closely on off OTAs.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah.
First round pick. we just talked about, the secondary is questionable. So you want to see if he could improve that.
They say he's got speed. He said he will run much faster against wide receiver courts. He's pretty quick.
Yeah, nice size too.
I was going to say he has good size too.
They were saying that another thing. Dan Salomon Fact said Wink Martindale didn't nearly break Joe Show's back just for fun the night of the first round. So apparently Wink Martindale was like all over Joe Schoen to pick this kid. They said the defensive coordinator gave the general manager a great big bear hug when the selection of Banks because it's important to have two good corners in his scheme. I think so. That means he's one of two. I think you mentioned it in your depth chart, correct, Byron?
Yep.
So it's true, right? Having two corners. If you have two good corners, you could kind of hide the inside guys a little bit. You know what I mean? And we have a pretty good free safety, right? And then we got a good edge rusher, and our line is good. So, anything could happen, right? I mean, anything could happen, but it seems like they're really high up on this guy. So he's the guy to watch. Fact or fiction there. Okay, great. All right, that was pretty good. I wanted to get some of those fact or fictions going on there. What is they're saying that the Cowboys are starting to stack up pretty high again, but they always talk about them. So I don't know whether that's fact or fiction. Now, this is not a fact or fiction question. What's going on? What do you think is happening with Dallas? And, obviously I'm throwing Andre Hopkins is out there now looking for a place, but they said Jerry Jones never likes picking up guys like that. What do you think is happening with Dallas and the hype that they're giving for Dallas? Joey?
It's always the same with Dallas. They're always overhyped. Everything they do is a big deal. And then, they'll do all right in the regular season and then they'll crap out in the playoffs. So at least Dallas is consistent there. But yeah, I think they picked up Brandon Cooks, which should be interesting. But yeah, I mean, they lost Zeke Elliott, but they still have Pollard. So
they may re-sign him.
Yeah, they're the Cowboys is the Cowboys.
Byron?
Well, they are loaded receiver. They do have good receivers. They did sign. They got a Gilmore, I think, is the second corner with them now, with Trayvon Diggs on the other side. So they're loaded at corner. But like Joey said, man, they're still the Cowboys. We'll go 12-5, and crap out, when they get to the playoffs. They did sign, draft the tiny running back, so maybe he might replace, Zeke, the kid, the one's dad is a scout. I think.
That was a great story. Yeah,
like 5'3" or whatever he is, running back from Kansas State, I think he is. He's pretty good, but he's still 5'3".
Anything happened big with the Commanders?
They didn't get sold.
Still? No, I thought that was finished.
I don't think that went through yet.
So, and then the Eagles are the Eagles. The Eagles are good. They should be good. I'm just, like I said,
well, the big story around here was that Jalen Carter broke a blocking set. He's a tremendously strong. It's like, dude, you know how many times I see blocking sleds get broken? Like countless. So they made a big deal out of that. He smashed it to death and whatever. Man, come on, man. That happens on even high school level.
I'm calling it. I think Jalen Carter is going to be a bust.
Really?
I think there's just something about him I don't like. It seems like he just has a bad attitude. And they have all those Georgia guys on the Eagles. That's not a good thing. You need to learn to be a professional, not just hang out with your buddies. And because apparently in Georgia they all like goofed around because they were so good they could do whatever they want. You need some discipline in the NFL. You can't just get by on talent alone. You got to work hard. I don't know if he has it in him.
We'll see, because Alabama's proved to produce a lot of good NFL players. Coming from the SEC, it's almost like you're groomed to play in the NFL, right?
Yeah, but it's weird that one team would take so many of them. I understand. Okay, they've been the big dog the last 2, 3, 4 years. I get that, but just Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter,
how many
Nolan
Alabama
Smith.
players does Philadelphia have? A lot.
No, like not as many as Georgia players. I thought Devontae Smith. They picked up a corner this year, a free agent corner. Dickerson, the guard, I think is from Alabama. Landon Dickerson. It's like they 2 or 3, but Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, the linebacker last year. They got at least 4 or 5, right now that they've gotten the last 2 or 3. I understand that they were big dogs, in the SEC and nationwide, but it's just weird that you just keep going back, to the well. And last year, Jordan Davis didn't even play that well anyway. That was the one, he's 6'6", 340 pounds, he's a beast, and he hardly played.
Exactly. They said the same things about him. He's so hyped, so awesome, and he didn't do much.
No.
Yeah. Competition level is also different in the NFL, right?
Yeah.
And they don't mess, it's not about threatening your scholarship. It's about threatening your pocket.
Yep.
Right. That makes a huge difference. What do you think about Andre Hopkins? Where do you think he's going to land?
Probably Buffalo, maybe Kansas City. I could see him ended up in Cleveland because he was like he started out in Houston with Deshaun Watson, and Cleveland is going all in. So I could see that happening.
I could see that too because he did well with Deshaun Watson.
Yeah,
he was at Houston. You know what I mean?
But
so
he is 30 years old, so
See, I think he's. I don't want to say washed up, but I think he's lost a step. I think he's on the downside of his career.
Yep.
So
that was why it would be better for him to go with Deshaun Watson.
Yes.
Right, because you got already some familiarity. They're comfortable with each other. Deshaun is probably pushing for him.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just depends on how much he wants because all their money's on Deshaun.
A whole bunch of that money.
And if I was Deshaun Watson, I'd want him too because I need to look good, right? I need a familiar receiver.
But the other thing about that is Hopkins is not going to just sign somewhere for like a little bit of money.
That's my point.
Look how much OBJ got. He got 15. Like 15 million with the Ravens. Yep. He's going to say, "Hey, I'm as good as OBJ. Get me 15 million too."
I'd put him up there against OBJ. I like Andre Hopkins, and he doesn't get hurt as much as OBJ.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but now a lot of those teams don't have that kind of money, to give up because it's after free agency, after the draft, getting ready to go. You're still working on your roster, so a lot of those teams don't have that $15 million sitting around.
All right, so before I go into the fan fanatic things, any particular things you want to bring up, Byron?
You went to Staten Island to get pizza, not Scorantino. But besides that, I'm okay.
I'm going to go there, but I'm not going to get there till Monday or Tuesday.
Okay.
I'll be in Amboy on Monday and Tuesday.
All right. Okay. All right.
Joey?
I don't know. I don't know too many good. I've only been in New York City a couple times.
No, I'm not pizza. I'm talking about just in general, man. Just in general.
I got nothing.
What is the food? The food of choice? Oh man. I forgot the Heat games. What's the food of choice in Pittsburgh? Like here, obviously we're talking to you about the pizza.
The big thing is that it's called Primanti Brothers sandwiches, where they put a whole bunch of it's a sandwich. They put a whole bunch of fries and coleslaw right in the sandwich. And it's a big giant sandwich, and they make a big deal about that.
Didn't we talk about that, Byron? Were we?
Yes, and I've had one, and it is absolutely delicious. It's a mess.
It's a mess. It's a big thing. It's a big sandwich.
Oh, I think they lowered it. Okay, good. We're down in the first quarter. That's okay, but nobody's really scoring a lot of points. 27 points against Denver's only scored 27 points. That's not a lot. Miami's got 20, now 23. No, 20. All right. All right. So nothing there. All right. So I'm gonna put this picture up. I want to go through this. Byron, you saw it. Here, hold on. Let's go Google. Let's see what you guys can. You guys see that?
Yep.
Oh.
Let's make this a little bigger. How about that? So by category, diehard fans, psychopaths, hate them, but they're loyal, quality fans. Okay. Diehard fans, no matter what. I would agree. Okay, so I don't know. All right, so tell me what your thoughts are, Byron. Diehard fans, no matter what.
I agree with the first line. Kansas City, those people, they pack that stadium. Green Bay, that's a community-owned, thing. Pittsburgh's been great for decades, been around since the beginning of time. Cleveland with the dog pound and the Raiders, you find Raider fans everywhere. I don't care where you are, you find them, and they're wearing that black and silver or whatever you want to call it all the time. Yeah.
Okay. But I would say, but you wouldn't put, I guess they couldn't put them all in there, but I think, Giants are diehard fans, no? Or are you just saying that, is this saying that win or lose, they're fans, Giant fans are win or lose, but we're going to criticize our team. So I'm just kind of,
But like that group, they're more passionate about their team, I think, me personally, than what the Giants are.
Okay.
We go to Giant Stadium, and how many times you've had it where another team comes in and takes over the stadium when the Giants suck, or people selling their tickets, and this group they go no matter what.
Yeah.
What's going on, and they're gonna go those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. So psychopaths. I would agree with Philadelphia for sure. Okay. I would agree with Buffalo for sure. I don't think Dallas fans are psychopaths.
I wouldn't call them. I wouldn't call them psychopaths.
They're a different kind of fan. Like, they got money. Like,
arrogant.
They're arrogant. They got money. You know what I mean? It's a different, like, Buffalo fans and Philadelphia fans. If you had the economics of the fan base, I don't think it's equal to Dallas. I mean, and I'm not meaning that in a bad sense by any means. I'm just saying to you, you know what I mean? And then Dallas, you can fit 100,000 people in that stadium. That's a lot of seats. I mean, you understand?
Yeah, but you got Dallas fans all over the world too.
That's true.
But they're not psychopaths.
Dude, we had a guy, 3 or 4 of them that I work with, bought season tickets down there in Dallas and would fly down to 8 games.
Wow.
Every year. And they did it for years. I'm in New Jersey. And I'm gonna get a Dallas Cowboy, and they did it for years when the new stadium. I was like, these guys are crazy.
But psychopaths to me is like how mean the fans are, like, for opposing teams.
Or just how crazy they are. I mean, Buffalo fans, they put each other through tables. Eagles fans, they're insane. They throw batteries at you. Cowboy fans are they're arrogant and delusional. That's a Cowboys fan.
Exactly. And then I was walking down the street where my place where I live, remember? And I did an interview there was a whole bunch of Buffalo people there for the Miami game. Like, they follow them where they call them the Buffalo Mafia, the Bills Mafia.
Like Bills Mafia.
They go everywhere. So that I agree with. All right.
Yeah, but you could also put the Raiders with the psychopaths too.
That's another thing. Raiders are psychos. Yes, they're psychopaths. Right. I don't think they're as crazy as they are now that they're in Las Vegas. I think I don't like that move. Right. I think Raiders are a great Oakland place. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. That's why I just wanted to have this conversation. I thought this was a good chart that Santiago had put it up. Hate them, but loyal. Okay. Chicago, I would definitely agree with. Chicago fans are the most like in my opinion, they're the most like what's the opposite of optimistic? Pessimistic. Most pessimistic fans I've ever seen in my life. They'll go with the flow, but they're gonna blow it. They're gonna go undefeated and they're gonna blow it. You know what I mean? It's so funny.
The quarterback never works out for them.
Exactly. Minnesota, I don't know about Minnesota. Minnesota's Minnesota, right?
They're diehards.
San Francisco, I think they're loyal.
They are.
I'm not sure. Seattle, I'm not sure.
They definitely are.
They're loud.
They're loud.
I think Seattle's loyal, but hate them, but love them. I don't know about them hating Chicago. I think Chicago is probably the number one that fits this category the most. because I can't see how people hate the Patriots but they're loyal. How do you hate?
I hate the Patriots. Everybody hates
this
the
is
Patriots.
This is fan
fans.
No, this is fan base.
I get it.
This is not you hating the team. Like we hate every NFC East team hates the Cowboys, right? But it has nothing to do with us because we're not a fan of the Cowboys. I'm saying, like, if you're the base of the New England,
the Patriots. But the Patriots,
base hating them
because they won so much. They are so arrogant. I call Cowboys fans arrogant and delusional. Patriots fans are arrogant because they're right, because they've won so much. They have the right to be arrogant, but I hate that. I hate that their team wins, and I hate that their fans remind you that their team wins.
But I'm gonna kick them in the back right now, New England Patriots. All they are a bunch of New York Giants fans that couldn't get seats in New York and decided to go to New England. That's what they did. They're Giant fans. They're Giant wannabe fans up there. That's exactly what they are.
That's why they have our same colors. All right. So quality fans. I would definitely agree with the Giants are quality fans.
Yes.
Right. We know our game. We're blue collar. We're straight up there. I think the quality fans for Bengals, I would agree with there. I would think quality fans for the Saints. I'm not sure about Tennessee. I can't really get a grasp on Tennessee. Baltimore, I give Baltimore a little bit a love for Justin. Tennessee, I'm not sure about. What are your thoughts, guys? And quality fans, I don't think Dolphins are quality fans.
I know some diehard Tennessee.
That's for sure. They're not quality fans. They don't. I've won. No offense. Sorry, guys. There's a commercial when you say, "Hey, I don't want to be. What is it? Don't take some of it. I don't want to be." Well, no offense means you're being offensive. You're about to be offensive, right? So I'm not Dolphin fans. I'm not impressed with. I don't know. I don't think they know the game. I think they're delusional. Right. I think they're living off the past of Marino and Shula, which is still Marino didn't do anything. I still like Dan Marino, though. But I don't think they're quality fans. They leave in the fourth quarter. You know what I mean? They don't stay for the full game. Saints, I think, they're there. They're quality fans. So I'll go with Bengals, the Giants, Baltimore, the Saints. What are your thoughts on Titans? And I already told you about my Dolphins. What are your thoughts on the Dolphins and the Colts now?
I know a lot of diehard Titans fans. They're pretty solid. I agree about the Dolphins. Fair weather fans. They think Tua's good. They're not. They'll let the other team take over the stadium. Yeah, I don't have a lot of respect for Dolphins fans and Colts. I don't know. I don't know too many Colts fans, but I'm not real impressed with them either.
Byron?
Well, let's see. Tennessee, they've moved like 9,000 times, when they're used to it. They played in Nashville or wherever else they play now. I don't even know where they play now. The only thing, reason I was following, because my nephew is was a Titan fan, and then he was a Denver Bronco fan, and then he never said the Giants, but he bounced all over the place. I don't know where we got it from. I don't know how that ended up being a Titan fan, but that's another long story. And Dolphin fans are just transplanted New Yorkers that go down there, they happen to be able to get Dolphin tickets and go half of the game and then leave and go to the beach after the game's over.
I hate themselves every morning. I think I agree with this entire list.
Yeah, there's a lot of hate. Yeah, there's a lot.
This is a graph of the fans of Atlanta, the fans of Detroit, the fans of Carolina, the fans of Washington. This is not our opinion. This is our opinion on this list, but it's Jets fan. You saw some of the posts Richie and these guys make about the Jets. They hate themselves, right?
But thoughts? I mean, all these teams are bad, and they've been bad for a long time. So that's all you could do. That's all you could do if you're a Jets fan or a Falcons fan, is just be mad because they're just, there's just nothing going on. So it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna express things one way, so I'm gonna be mad about everything.
All right, so we're about to wrap this up. We got nowhere to be seen. The only teams I disagree with this are Tampa Bay fans, because Tampa Bay is a great place to play, and they're pretty loyal over there. And the Jacksonville Jaguars has a loyal base. So those two teams I don't agree with. The rest of the other three, I kind of agree.
Chargers are pathetic, and it's really sad because I think San Diego was really behind them. I don't think
they went to LA. They shouldn't have too many teams in LA.
Yeah, and I mean people aren't that crazy about the Rams either, but they have a Super Bowl win that they have going for them. I don't know if you know the fans really caught on in Houston behind the Texans. I mean that sucks. It really sucks when you lose a team when your team moves. I mean that'll always be the Oilers. Jacksonville.
Well, the Oilers are really Tennessee Titans.
Yeah. Jacksonville. I don't think
they got a good fan base.
They do. I don't know. I think they're more concerned about swimming in that pool in the stadium than actually watching the game.
Isn't that one of the fastest growing areas down there in Florida, Jacksonville area?
It's blowing up. Yeah. And the thing is, because they remember the billionaire Khan owns Jacksonville, and then two, I think he knows that he'll never get a Super Bowl until that city's prepared for one. Because remember, the last Super Bowl they had to bring in cruise ships for hotels.
Wow,
they didn't have enough hotel space.
This might be crazy.
Tampa's got loyal fans. I mean, I've been there. I mean, you go to Tampa, it's there's no joke that their fan base is strong.
It wouldn't surprise
even when
me.
They were losing.
It wouldn't surprise me if Jacksonville moved to London. It kind of seems like
Byron said that. Didn't you say that, Byron?
Yeah.
It kind of seems like they want to. I mean, they're playing 2 games in London this year. They always play a game there because I mean that Khan owns he owns I think Tottenham the English soccer team too. So I don't know.
The only thing with moving like that to London, you figure the travel, going back and forth, teams coming over, that would be a lot.
I think eventually you're going to have like 4 teams in Europe, like a team in Germany, a team in England, a team in I don't know, Spain, maybe another team in England or something like that. And they could figure that out.
I don't know how that's going to work. That's a long flight, man.
That would be rough. Yeah.
I mean, it's a minimum of 8 hours, time change, you'd have to go there like during your bye week. It's almost they have to schedule it that you have enough time. I mean, it's going to be a difficult scheduling mechanism.
Well, I flew from Fort Hood from Fort Hood to Germany. I thought we was never good. They're like 18, 19 hours, man. It was forever on the plane, man. Ooh, man.
All right, Joey. Again, can you tell us how our fans can reach you?
Okay, I am Joey Bag of Donuts on Twitter, V instead of an F. I basically live on Twitter. That's my main place. I have a podcast called The Donut Bag that I put out a couple times a week, and I talk Pittsburgh sports, TV, movies, stuff like that. So that's the best way to reach me.
Awesome. Byron, we are here live every Thursday, Jersey Boy Sports Talk. Thursday at what time, Byron? How many? You got to count Byron's fingers because there's always 9. He's got to put one finger down. 8 p.m.
8 o'clock.
8 p.m. every Thursday. Joey, we appreciate you having you. You can always reach me at Via Rocho on Twitter. You see us on Twitter. I also have VictorRocho.com where I talk about all things valuable assets, particularly on infinite banking and cash flow banking. Insurance for you to generate wealth and preserve your legacy for the future. Please subscribe to all our channels on the Sportscast. We have multiple shows. We have Sportscast 101. We have the top 25. I think he had put a list on for me, and I can't find it right now, so I have to get prepared for next time. Joe, guys, I thought this was pretty good, a good show. I like going through the fan base. I thought it was interesting that we just got that today, so I really appreciate it. Guys, God bless. Have a great day.
Wait a minute. Wait. Yes, the Nuggets in 6. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, ouch.
I like when Byron picks it because he's been wrong the entire playoffs. So the fact that he picks the Nuggets, I'm very excited about. And right now it's only an 8-point game, which is pretty good for us.
Don't bet against Jimmy Butler.
Don't get against Jimmy Butler. Nope. And don't bet against Spoelstra. You know what I mean? And it goes back to like the KDs, these guys shouldn't have left. I mean, LeBron shouldn't have left Miami. Should have never left Miami. You know, I was okay that he wanted to go to Cleveland for whatever his reasons were, but then he shouldn't have left Miami, in my opinion. And look, we're back at the finals without him again, second time. First time was the bubble, now without it. By the way, now that they're in the finals, Pat Riley of all the NBA finals, Joey, has been as a player, a coach, and an executive. He's been in 25% of all NBA finals in history.
That's amazing.
So you want to tell me again, Byron, when you were telling me about Phil Jackson and all these other? No.
Phil Jackson has 11.
Pat Riley has been in 25% of NBA finals.
How many has he won?
9.
How many does Phil Jackson have?
11.
I rest my case.
No, it's not over. He's going to win this year. It'll be 10 for him.
No, he's going to win. No, he's an executive.
He's going to win his 10th.
He's an executive. It doesn't count. He's an executive.
But so was Phil Jackson, got fired by his girlfriend.
That was wrong, man. That was so wrong.
Got fired by a hot girlfriend.
That's so wrong.
That is just bad.
Hot billionaire girlfriend.
That's the difference.
Got dumped by, gotta go. God. And, think about the players that he has always had, right? He's had Kobe. Think about the 2 players that Phil Jackson has had. Kobe and Michael Jordan.
And whose fault is that?
And Shaq.
And he had Shaq twice. No, Shaq, he only had Shaq once. Okay? So he had Kobe, Jordan, and Shaq. Now, I still think Jackson's a great coach because it's hard to coach all those guys, put them together, and I thought he put the great pieces around those great guys. Those extra, the Kerrs, the Robert Ory's, the Harper, Paxton. I mean, he put a lot of great people around those great. Jackson's a great coach. I just think that Riley's one.
Here, I want to burst your bubble.
Riley's just a great NBA.
I'm going to burst your bubble.
Oh, I know you're not.
How many championships he won with the Knicks?
Who?
Oh,
Pat Riley.
Oh, that's a low blow.
How many did he win with the Knicks?
Yeah. We had to remember that he was a coach of the Knicks.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but the Knicks are a black hole. Nobody's winning with them.
Yeah, no. But they were at least a playoff team when he was there.
How many championships they win?
How many they win with Jackson?
No. How many did they win with Pat Riley? You tuned the horn to Pat Riley. Okay, 0. I'm good now. I can go to sleep in peace now.
Okay. All right. And Jackson's won how many as an executive?
I don't think he's been an executive, has he?
Oh, yeah, for the Lakers. And how many times has he been fired?
Oh, jeez.
How many times has Riley
by his girlfriend?
How many times has Riley been fired?
He steps away before he gets fired, but anyway.
He doesn't step away. He don't get fired, bro. They just pick him up. Riley is the perfect. He's awesome, dude. 25% of every NBA, of all NBA finals. Come on, bro. That's a gotta get.
Raspberries.
Great. And he's going to win his 10th one this year. And then he stop the Z after that one. He'll beat Jackson.
But he never won with the Knicks.
Who's won with the Knicks?
He never won. What? He had Pat Riley. He had Patrick Ewing.
Who won with the Knicks?
All these.
Who took him to the finals? Was it a Riley or was it what's his name? The little guy, Jeff Van Gundy.
Van Gundy?
Yeah.
Was that in the 90s?
He took him against Houston.
Oh, that was that was
is either Van Gundy or Riley?
That was 94. It was the same time the OJ chase.
And they lost. You know how they lost? Because they were the worst foul shooting team in NBA history for an NBA finals. They lost by free throws.
And whose fault is that?
Players.
The coach.
No, coach don't shoot free. You miss free throws. That's a player's fault.
Make them shoot more. Practice.
You don't
practice,
make you don't you no. To make free throws, to be a great free throw shooter, you have to make 100 free throws at minimum a day, and that's not taking 100. So if it takes you 300 to make 100, take 300. If it takes 1,000, make 1,000. But you have to make 100 a day, minimum. And to lose by that, terrible.
Yeah,
all right, gentlemen, who was it?
Riley was the coach in 90 when they went to the finals in 94.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did he take him to the finals?
He did.
Did he win?
He did not.
He take him to the finals?
The point is to
did
win.
He take him to the finals? That's all your job is to do, is get them to the finals. Players to play. Joey, do me a favor. Look at their game and what was their free throw percentage in their game the final game, because I think they went game 7. That was when Starks was just 2 for 90 on 3-point range, first of all, and he stuck with him, and I would have stuck with him.
Excuses now. Dude, you're killing me right now.
You probably don't even know the players on that team.
No, I don't.
That's my point. So you're talking all that smack. I'm telling you the players. I was a big Knick fan. They should have won. What was their free throw percentage? It was terrible.
Okay.
Worse than NBA history. They lost at the free throw line. They should have beat Elijah.
Should have, could have, didn't.
Doesn't matter. Riley took them to the finals
and lost.
And that's the Knicks. Yeah. And then when was the last time they were at the finals?
I don't know.
No, you don't know because there was 0.
Nope. The what?
0. That was the last time they went to the finals.
Okay.
Anything, Joe?
I can't. It's bad. I know that. But I can't find it.
It's really bad, and they didn't lose by a lot. So I'll bring it up for the next one, just so there's no deny to the flag. Riley took them to the finals. So hence his 25. Think about it. He went to the finals with every team he's been with. And the Knicks, how many championships has the Knicks won? One.
How many what?
Championships.
2.
Oh, sorry. 2. And that was with Earl the Pearl, Walt Frazier,
Willis Reed. Yeah.
Willis Reed. I mean, the brothers Joey probably doesn't even know.
That was in the 70s. That's
Willis Reed. He's the guy that came back from having his leg got amputated and he still came back.
That's when they had laces on the basketball.
Come on, man. Ain't that old. Jesus. Come on, man. Come on.
All right, well, gentlemen, hey, it was always a pleasure. Byron, it's always fun debating with you the one little fact that you know. You don't even know the players on the damn team.
I could care less.
Of course you can. Remember, they practice at Uppsala, the Knicks.
Yeah, I know. Bernard King. I get it.
But listen, Joey, at my college, the Knicks used to practice there. It was awesome because we would go down there. We were allowed in. Huey Brown was there. And you knew when they were there because all the Mercedes, all the dice on the team back then, these were like Fly Brothers, right? Byron, back then it was like, Sugar Ray Robinson. It was like Shaft. They were all, coming down. It was awesome. The players were cool. Met Patrick Ewing right out of thing. Bro, man.
It was a conspiracy.
His sneaker was like this big.
It was a conspiracy that the Knicks ended up with Ewing. That lottery was rigged.
Yep.
Well, either case, I'm sad that he didn't win the championship because he was a really good guy, by the way.
Yeah.
Really, really good guy.
Because of Michael Jordan.
Yeah. He was a really, really good guy. Yeah. So, all right, guys, gentlemen, you have a great day, great evening. Thank you very much. Feel good to be back in Jersey for a while. And we will catch up soon. Joey, God bless.
Thank
Byron,
you.
As always, bless the Jones family, and we'll talk to you soon. Guys, please put a prayer out for my dad. He's not doing well.
Okay.
He's up and down. He's
definitely. Hope he's okay.
Just tough time. His name is Tony. A veteran, 20-year Army vet. Just, age is calling. So it's been some tough couple weeks. So God bless everybody. You guys have a good night. We'll talk soon. Peace.
All right.